I'm so excited. I have so much adrenaline. I can feel my legs shaking. Ooh, involuntary spasm. I've been hearing about this dude for what seems like forever now. And I finally get a chance to find out what all the hype is about.
Do you feel any pressure, to make it like you're the better player?
A little, of course. This is the guy everybody's been talking about since high school. Big-time wing prospect, ideal size, plays above the rim, insane athlete. That whole time, I've said, let me guard him. Let me take him one-on-one. Well, now I'm getting my chance, and I can't wait, because I'm about to go crazy out there tonight.
Should be an exciting game.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you tune in for it. MP, out.
Hey, I just texted MP. 80-point game is crazy. I'm gonna start calling you Lil Kobe. Hey, congrats, my man. Shout out MP.
Whoa, the natural wonders right there in front of you. Maybe we can take that. Tough, but fair. Text me address, okay?
I'm gonna add a weekly
Never been
focus
to like
stat to
a
the email
big
blast.
theatrical production.
Or education, or
Broadway play?
focus.
Yeah, like one of the big ones.
I mean, what's the idea here? We already have a bunch of weekly emails.
Please, no more weekly emails.
Listen, I agree, but I feel like there's some advanced stats that our coaches may not know. So fine, give examples, focused improvement goal, one per week, simple, but we all get on the same page.
Yes.
That'd be great, I guess, but just do us a favor, all right? Just tag one of your other emails in so we can eliminate one or two chains as we said.
Well, that actually sounds pretty smart.
No deal.
They were out early shooting today. How early?
About 2 hours.
Did they just check?
Started right when they arrived. Worked up a good lather.
Yeah, they must be putting a lot into nice factors more. We should get some shots up. We should absolutely not at all. Not one.
Great. I have a new objective to deliver. I want to convince the GM to get us more draft moves.
What are we aiming for?
So the international heavy draft is going to be spectacular. Need that on top of it. But we don't have the picks to keep it in. Exactly. We know the depth stat, but...
All by lunch?
The depth chart.
You can keep them outside folks in on the lockout center. I don't see what's the problem. Keep off in that line.
I don't know. I don't trust his ankles.
No.
What's your point? That's not a metric that we do.
Did you trust that Curry's ankles? No one's watching.
Blank. Go back.
We are the show. Imagine if punches could be like
When you make eye contact with a fan, it's hard to think of what's slightly, yes.
really been on the rise since the rap.
That's a little intense. We are at a sporting event.
First 10,000 fans will receive a very own Wizards Dancers No Doubt. Don't miss that. DC Family, check out our upcoming home games for information on available tickets. Visit us online or stop by the ticket window. A reminder that you can still purchase tickets for any upcoming Wizards games at the ticket booth or on the team's website. And don't forget next month for T-Wiz Youth T-Shirt Night. All kids in the arena get a shirt from their favorite mascot. You can check out our website for all future giveaways and promos. The National Basketball Association and your Washington Wizards are committed to starting at power forward, 6'7", number 22, Prince Middleton. At shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 12, Tre Brown-Tre. The other forward position, 6'8", number 18, Keyshawn George. The center, 7 foot even, number 20, Ellis Saad. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'5", number 5, MP. Your Washington Wizards head coach is Brian Keith. Fans, your Washington Wizards.
So here are the Jazz starting five. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Keontae George out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. And it's Bailey in at the small forward position. And for the Wizards, we've got Sarr. Johnson is out there with MP. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Middleton in at the power forward. Stan, the end of the season is in sight. And some teams now desperate to get into the playoffs.
And when you're in that situation, you can feel the pressure when you're on the floor and in the locker room. Those guys know they're running out of chances to get to the postseason.
Let's head to the sidelines for more on MP's historic performance.
We had a flat-out insane game, setting a new NBA record for threes in the game, passing the 14 that Klay Thompson hit back in 2018. The new record holder told me, quote, "I was just in the zone. Everything was going in. It was the best feeling in the world. And it was so much fun to watch, guys."
No doubt, sure was. Thanks for that. And we talked about it for a few games now, but MP has been on a mission as of late to ensure he's taken home that Rookie of the Year trophy.
Well, they say to set realistic goals, and I'd say that goal is very realistic with the way he's played to this point. He is having a phenomenal rookie season.
Here's Bailey. They look to him to score consistently, averaging around 13.5 a game.
Just a gutsy play by George inside, finding the close-range look.
When we talk about Keontae George, what stands out to you the most, Dan?
Good question, B.A. I don't know that I'd pick one area. He's good at a wide variety of things. Can handle the ball, pass it, score it, and that gives you flexibility in terms of the guys you put around him.
George for three, tries again, and it's laid in by Markkanen.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
Brown with a screen, releases. The shot by Johnson, no good.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Here's Bailey, George defending. Markkanen for three. Rebound by the Wizards. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And we all know that on the road, you don't usually look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Well, it comes down to preparation. They were ready for that game and kept the crowd out of it for the most part.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
And I love to see that athleticism from Bailey, elevating with ease to make the catch.
And it's always a great time to check on the power rankings. Things heating up here in March. Taking a look at Atlanta, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for Washington, They're vying for playoff positioning right now, so they would certainly like to string together a few wins here as the season winding down. Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Nice D from Brown.
Honestly, guys, that's a shot you expect your players to make.
Good on the bucket. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. George passes to Markkanen. Lets the three fly. Sarr pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
MP shot is good.
A well-executed pull-up is so tough to stop. MP already showing that he has that shot in his skill set.
Now here's Markkanen. 17 points in his last outing. Now here's Middleton. Defense right on him. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Middleton's got his second bucket on the night. George outside. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Kessler with a bucket.
Just right through him. Kessler not slowing up.
And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years, they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times. Those days are in the past, but they still echo in Utah.
And now the first timeout called here for Utah. He's checked in for Chris Middleton, and it's Young in for Brown.
Make some noise.
Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. Bagley's checked in for Sarr. Chris Middleton comes in for Johnson. And MP subbed in for Trae Young. George, he's checked in for Utah. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. And that one drops. George has got 6.
Well, at 6'4", George is a long lead guard. It really helps him inside.
While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Yusuf Nurkic is out there with Filipowski. Then there's Keontae George. Then there's Collier. And it's Sensabaugh in at the 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Magic was tremendous. He ended up with 26 points and was on fire from outside. The D had no answer for him. He made an impact at every turn, and he looked like he had fun doing it. Guys?
Nice work, Allie. Thank you. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Love's checked in for Utah. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Sensabaugh. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid over-helping?
It's a great question, B.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as the when to help and when to stay home on shooters.
MP gets it to go through contact.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
Ooh, poked away. Brown with the steal. Moving it up. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Already showing some solid skills as a passer. That'll really serve MP well in the long run of his career.
Oh, and the dunk by George.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Now here's Middleton. 5 points in the game. To the inside. It's stolen by Nurkic.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Markkanen against George. Markkanen misses.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Here's Collier. He's got 5. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Misses the baby hook. Washington leading by 5. Here's Brown. George passes to MP. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 4 assists now tonight.
They're pushing the ball at pretty much every opportunity.
And for an update on MP, let's send it over to Allie.
Thank you. I'm following up on the report of MP and his injury. He was slated to be a true game-time decision, but after testing it out pre-game, they're going to let him give it a go. No word on if there will be a minute restrictions yet, but I'm told MP was pleading his case to let him play. Guys, we'll see how much this impacts the game.
He's a gamer, tough as nails. Thanks. Here's Nurkic. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
But D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Now here's George. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Love for 3. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
MP showing he's a force near the hoop.
First personal foul. Second.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
For Washington, MP. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good. Brown.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
And both free throws good for MP. There's 18 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Markkanen looking it over. Pass to Collier. From outside the arc. No good that time.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Washington Wizards. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Now, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're measuring up the shot. You were so close. Give it up for the participants.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that game against the Pelicans, they've had the better season, but this game feels close.
More than a few analysts have predicted an upset here. I'm going the other way. I think they take care of business. And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Jazz.
They've looked weak defensively.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's factored into their game plan in a big way tonight. He's been a key guy.
Yeah, they've been calling his number a lot, and he's been rewarding their trust.
Here's George. And we'll go courtside to hear more about what's going on with Kyle Filipowski. Allie, what's his status?
I chatted briefly with the head athletic trainer for Utah. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. The good news from the training staff is that they do think he can play on it, so he won't have to miss minutes. Guys?
Thanks as always, Allie. Appreciate the report. Unfortunately, that's not the news fans were hoping for.
Definitely not. Seems like he's got a long, tough road ahead of him.
That's just awful news. You really feel for the guy, and you know everyone in the NBA family is wishing him a speedy recovery.
They've got Johnson. Chris Middleton is out there with Alexander Sarr. Then it's MP, and it's George. At the three. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. And here's Bailey for three. Sinks it from distance. Bailey's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, a good idea to set up Bailey. He's got that high release. He's such an exciting young player.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
That's a big round of applause for the other Kansas City.
Let's take a second to check in on the race for Rookie of the Year and see how the rankings are shaping up for this year's class of new NBA talents. And you look at Bailey, there were a few bright spots during the season for him, but overall just not enough to bring him up towards the top.
Such a gifted group of rookies this year. You can't help but be optimistic about the next wave of NBA talent.
Oh, I totally agree. The talent pool keeps getting deeper every year. This league is in a great place right now.
Here's Mikhailuk. No points yet. Pass to Markkanen. Over Middleton. Markkanen misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
MP drives in. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Readiness is so important, and the moment he saw his opening, MP was ready to attack.
Utah moving the ball around. Now George. He got a piece of it.
They haven't found their rhythm here in the third, missing 4 of their first 5 attempts.
And MP throws it down.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
They're really working the paint now.
Utah has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. George with it, now guarded by Brown. Marketed for 3. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got rebound number 8 now.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today. And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And Utah calls time here. Making a switch here. Koulibaly's checked in. And Utah with a change here too. Collier, he's checked in for Mikhailuk. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. George for 3. The shot off that time. Brown with some nice D. Driving inside, he gets it in there. Brown's got 35 in the game.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Markkanen from long range nails it from 3.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
For Lauri Markkanen, a really talented scorer, Stan. How do you think he's fared with more respect? Responsibility.
Yeah, I think he's done very well. He's a prototypical stretch 4 who scores at an efficient rate, and with his elevated role, he's just grown in his confidence. Well, that's what Kessler brings to this offense, a constant lob threat.
And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist by Johnson. Brown's got 39. And so George will bring it up for Utah. Pass to Collier. Blocked!
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Here's Bailey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you gotta love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Collier, pass to George. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Washington. Koulibaly's got his 4th rebound in this one. Sarr passes to Brown. Yep, that one goes. Brown's got 43 points.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
George with it. Now guarded by Brown. Marketing for three. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from three in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job.
Pass to Bailey. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP.
Substitution on the court.
Substitution here for Washington. Sars checked in for Bagley. Middleton comes in for Champagny. Johnson, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And MP subbed in for Young. Then for Utah, Kessler, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Bailey comes in for Filipowski. And Mikhailuk subbed in for Collier. A nice shot by MP. MP's got 45 points.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
So the Jazz 5 right now. Markkanen and Kessler are the big men. Vyacheslav Mikhailuk is out there with Keontae George, and it's Bailey in at the three, small forward.
Well, what I love about Walker Kessler, he's a 7-footer who plays like a 7-footer.
Johnson with a bucket.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on, they're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Let's go with a three. He buries it from three. Brown's got 48.
Yeah, having this kind of confidence as a shooter will really do wonders for MP in the long run.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
You know, I like to see that kind of toughness from a young player. MP willing to put his body on the line.
So Washington going with an almost entire new group here. Bagley's checked in for Sar. Champagny comes in for Middleton. Koulibaly, he's checked in for George. And it's Young in for Johnson. Free throw good, MP. Grant, you look at some of the rule changes in recent years. Does it seem to you like coaches' challenges are here to stay?
You know, B.A., it does. And I think that's a good thing. You know, I can think of a few calls I would have liked to challenge in my day. So it's a nice option to have.
If the possession ends with a shot in close, you've done something right.
They swipe it. Now Young with a steal. And here's MP from outside. Drills it from deep. Brown's got 54 points.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Wizards.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
You know, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they're getting ready to notch their 33rd win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Really left him alone that time.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
MP finds Young. There's the three. And again, it's Washington with the three.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Bagley down low. Working on Filipowski. And that one's good. Bagley.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looks impressive.
Foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
Substitution on the court.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Bailey for 3. Rebounded by Champagny. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Brown can't hit. And stolen by Bagley. Pass to MP. Here's the 3. He got it again. Sensational.
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just was lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
All right, let's send it over to the sidelines to Jennifer Quintana.
MP, you broke the 60-point barrier. You carried your team to victory. How? After all that, do you have the energy to stand here for an interview?
Oh man, yeah, my grandpa used to say, I'll rest when I'm dead. Kind of dark now that I think about it, but the point is, life is for the living. And I got a lot of life ahead of me, Jennifer Quintana. I got stamina for days, and I'm gonna keep using it to make moments like this.
Well done, MP, what a game.
Thank you.
Woo! EA, over to you.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up for Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce. This is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. We'll see you later.
All right, MP. What do you think after finally getting to play against Ace Bailey tonight?
Oh, I'm not impressed. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Take care of yourself. Cool. Yeah, that's what all the fuss was about. I'm only getting started. So next time we play, it won't even be close probably. Like, I think I gave him too much respect tonight. Look, I won't repeat that mistake again.
Good game, MP. You know what? The view probably is just the power over there.
MP in the house.
Crazy to think about, right? When I first met you, you was just some kid from Vermont trying to get college scouts to take notice of you. Now look at you.
Well, I always believed it was possible. But when you're in it, going day to day, you're so focused on that next thing, you never take the time to take a step back and just realize, whoa, it's actually happening.
Well, stop. Take a deep breath. Look around. Whatever else happens, you made it to the league. Only a tiny fraction of hoopers make it this far.
Yeah, you saw that in me. How'd you know?
I knew you were a great high school player who needed more eyeballs on it. I didn't know you'd make it to the league.
Keeping me humble, I appreciate that.
Nah, I'm saying it's a hard thing to predict. What it takes to make it here, you can't see that on film.
And what's that?
A burning desire, irrational confidence.
Ooh, I don't know if I would call it irrational, if you could back it up.
Making it to the league is like winning the lottery. Unless you LeBron, odds are it ain't happening. It's a terrible bet.
Yeah. Skipping college to go to Europe, that was definitely a bad bet.
No, that's what I'm talking about. You made your own path. And no matter how hard things got for you, you never stopped trying. That's what all the ones who make it have it in common. Never quit.
Always good talking to you, Dion.
My man.
So, Craig, when you're in the first game of a back-to-back, how much focus slips into already looking towards the second game?
Well, from a player's perspective, not much. But from the view of a coach, it has to creep in some in terms of making sure you don't overplay your stars.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to MP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And everything he's done lately has only made his case stronger. He's showing the kind of poise and maturity that not many rookies have. Put that together with his physical skills, and it's easy to see why he's so special.
Outpacing the field in the Rookie of the Year race, you have to think MP looks pretty unstoppable right now.
Well, coming in as a second-round pick, it was a little surprising for him to have the level of impact he's had. But we're seeing him do things that no other rookie does. We're in uncharted waters here, guys.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. We've got Hield. Draymond Green is out there with Horford. Then there's Brandon Pajemski and Richard.
Well, the ability to spread the floor is such a valuable skill in the league. And MP, yes, sir.
Doris, it's been fun watching Keyshawn George start his career. And he had quite the journey to get here.
He certainly did. Consider, he was born in Switzerland. His dad is from Canada, but his dad played pro in Europe. George plays for a club team in France and then goes to the U.S. for college. It's sort of been a meandering and diverse education.
Here's Pajemski, following the basket by MP. And the wide open shot from Green. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, cold start, right? You've taken 4 shots, you've not made one of them.
MP against Hield. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Here for MP. Warriors have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Celtics put on a show. He contributed 40 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the three-point line as well. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was enjoying himself in that last game. He had his offense flowing.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
MP with the bounce pass. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Young kicks to Brown. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Green. Back to Podziemski. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Young for 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Hield finds Green. Podziemski on the wing. Richard defended by George. Pass to Horford. 6 to shoot. Here's Hield. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Hield's got 7 points in the game. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the Celtics. Good.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
Warriors trail by 18. Outside, Green. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Back to Hield. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's checked in for the Wizards. Brown comes in for Keyshawn George. And then for Golden State, Quentin Post is checked in for Horford. Draymond Green comes in for Moody. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for Buddy Hield. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it'll be Green in post. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then it's Kuminga and Richard. Bagley sets a screen for Brown. And it's Bagley that time on the assist by MP.
That's just MP reading the defense, going through his progression, and making the right play.
Pass to Podziemski. Green with a screen on MP. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Podziemski. Rebound, Washington. They led by as many as 18 points. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. It'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Warriors trail by 17. Going inside. Shot by Podziemski, no good. The Wizards have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. MP finds Young for the 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and then drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
And time now to go courtside with Allie LaForce for a report on MP.
Well, MP will have a special guest in attendance tonight, his mentor, Dion Benjamin. Benjamin is a skills trainer who has long hosted a legendary open run, which MP took part of, consequently landing him a spot in the club league circuit. MP said, "I owe Dion a lot. Knowing that he'll be watching tonight gives me that extra edge to put on a show." Sounds like we're in for a fun one, guys.
Yep, he loves his mentor. Gratitude and appreciation on display. The state of mind. Banks, the Warriors shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Alexander Saw, he's checked in for Bagley. And Georgia subbed in for Koulibaly. Al Horford is checked in for the Warriors. Buddy Hield comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. And let's go now to the rookie watch. For the past month, these have been the most productive NBA rookie scorers. MB is number 1.
And those numbers have started to set him apart offensively from most of the other rookies in the league.
Here's MP. 20 points for him. Back to Young. Wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Brown's got his 7th assist here tonight. Green with a screen for Hield. Jacks up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Hield's got 10 points.
Well, Hield always has the green light from behind the arc. This guy's so efficient.
George finds Brown. Middleton for 3, and the 3-ball is good. And the Wizards lead by 20.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Pass to Green. To the middle. Here's Hield, and then Hield with the dunk.
Well, this is when Buddy Hield's teammates start to consistently feed him. They understand what a rhythm he's in.
Here's George. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Young kicks to Middleton on the wing ground. It's Young on the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. MP passes to Young. Off target from 3-point range. Hield left side. Outside, Horford. There's Green with the 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Washington out in front. They lead by 18. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, almost had it. One more time. Round of applause for our participants.
Welcome. First up on the agenda tonight, let's see how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up. And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic? So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic, being off topic?
Well, that was more no topic than off topic, but that's all the time we have for this topic, thankfully. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Washington Wizards.
When you have this many boards, you have many more opportunities to score, and they're taking advantage.
Yep, turning lemons into lemonade.
I'm thirsty.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And there wasn't too much drama in the